see that? He told him, he said, man, God's in this bush. But who am I? How can I go to Pharaoh? How can I lead the people? We all have that at some point in time in our life. We can believe in what God can do, these great miracles, but we don't believe God can give us the ability to do great things. And that, my friend, is a lot of why we're losing the Bible today. Because we don't believe in ourselves through God. We don't believe what God is willing to do through us. We like to think that we're just some nothing in a small town, in a small church. It doesn't really matter. We really don't even make a difference. What God would or wouldn't do really doesn't matter through me because I'm not that important. We say that a lot of times because that's our act. That's our excuse not to work in the mission of the Lord. You see, just 30 seconds ago I was telling you that Moses himself was tending to sheep. It's not a very highly qualification job there, amen? I believe Robbie might can do it. Listen, Moses had the same thing that we do. He said, who am I? How can I face Pharaoh? How can I lead anybody? And God said, simple, I'm with you.
Amen.
Amen. He said, I'm with you, but still Moses began to protest. How can I make anybody believe in you? How can I convince anybody that I'm going to save anything or make anything better? How can I do this, God? Well, we're not believing in ourselves, we're believing in what God will do through us. The Bible tells us that we can do all things through Christ. And we read that verse, and we like that verse. That's a power verse. That's a verse that we say when we need to feel good, when we need to be encouraged. But do we believe it? Do we believe it? Do we believe that we can be used by God? It doesn't matter how old we are. It doesn't matter how young we are. It doesn't matter what sex we are. It doesn't matter what job we have, what job we don't have, how much money we make, how much we don't make. What matters is our relationship with God. And our relationship with God is supposed to give you the belief that you can do all things through God who strengthens you.
Amen.
And that's the God that will lead you to witness. That's the God that will lead you to give your testimony. That's the God that can make you speak unto the people. See, we say that, that's not my area. That's not what I do. We've got so many things that are cop-outs today. I'm a behind-the-scenes person. Okay, well, how far behind the scenes you want to be? Moses was too. Moses was all the way out there tending the sheep. Out there all by himself. And God got a hold of him and said, I'm tired of you being behind the scenes. We've got to be able to believe that God can use us. We can believe that God can create the heavens and the earth, but we don't believe that God can use us. But He can. He will. He wants to. He desires to. God's will is for us to be used. When we don't believe that God will do it, we're not just not believing in ourselves. We're not believing in the relationship and the commitment that God has made with us. That's God's commitment to us. That He would be with us. That He would walk with us. That He would fellowship with us. That He would encourage us. That He would give us the ability to do these things. I hate to tell you, but when we back up, we look at Daniel. Daniel didn't do anything to the lions. You know that? We call it Daniel in the lions, but it's Daniel witnessing the power of God through him. His faith. His strength. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, same thing. Their faith led them to there, but God's the one that gave them the ability not to burn. All these great things. You know, when Mary was chosen, she said, God, why me? Why me? None of it happened by her, but God through her. And we look at all these people and we see God using them. We say, you know, that's Bible period. That's people in the Bible. Those people were just people just like us. That let God use them. That let God, you know why we don't see the Red Sea go side to side? Because we don't believe in God using these things. And that's where we come to a place where we're okay, just sitting on the pews, just hearing the greatness of God, just reading about the greatness of God, when we could be involved in the greatness of God, when we could experience the greatness of God. I thought to myself, when we first had kids, you know, I really had it planned out. And I've told you this before, because I don't care who you are or how tough you are, when you have kids, your first kid, that's a life-changing experience. Amen. 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 And man, I had it all planned out, all the way to the point where we got in the car. And we both closed the doors, and the baby was fastened in the seatbelt, and it was all my responsibility then. We was leaving the hospital. I thought, oh God, what am I going to do now? Literally, oh God, what am I going to do now?